I quit. I quit. It's okay. I quit. I pay. On your bike!
Welcome to the ultimate showdown of egos, bad beats, and pure poker rage. These are the most iconic poker fights ever caught on camera, where the chips aren't the only things flying. From legendary meltdowns to savage trash talk to full-on verbal wars between the game's biggest personalities. This is poker at its most explosive. We've got it all. Helmouth losing it, Tony G going full chaos mode, and amateurs clashing with the pros in the most unexpected and hilarious ways. Buckle up, it's about to get loud. The poker gods show no mercy. Our first hand is a nightmare wrapped in a dream. Sam Greenwood gets his opponent all in, holding the upper hand with just 2 cards in the deck that can beat him. It's the dream setup, until it isn't. In an instant, poker's brutal nature rears its head, and Greenwood watches victory slip through his fingers.
Kings against jacks with just 1 card to come. And it's a jack!
Oh boy.
A brutal beat for Greenwood.
Kidding me?
Oh. Maximum Greenwood, maximum tiltage.
A tad shouty, but clearly an honest reaction. Oh, God!
Greenwood doesn't just absorb the beat, he broadcasts the pain, letting the entire room feel the sting. While bad beats are part of every player's journey, watching someone process it so openly adds another layer to the drama. Because in poker, surviving the cards is one thing, surviving the emotions is another. Table talk and trash talk. Next up, a showdown that's more psychological warfare than poker hand. At Hustler Casino Live, 2 of the game's loudest voices, Tony G and Nick Airball, go head-to-head in a verbal clash that's as intense as anything in the pot. Both are masters at getting under the skin, and they're not holding back.
Airball's gonna raise it up. Some deep stack poker here, folks. Tony G makes the call. Queens gets out of the way, and we're at 465,000.
Your dream come true.
And the turn's a 6. And Nick Airball with the stone cold nuts. It's going to go 225 here. We've seen Tony G make some huge laydowns in this game the last couple of days. And he lays it down.
Fucking stinks.
Wow. And of course, Airball has
Folded
to show.
aces. Fucking stinks. That's like a fucking setup hand. That's like fucking unbelievable. That's just not normal. I folded aces. That's like fucking sick. Okay. I quit. I pay. I quit. It's okay. I quit. I pay. On your bike! On your bike, Tony! You and your aces! Back to Santa Monica!
Nick doesn't miss a beat, recycling Tony G's own infamous line, "Get on your bike," and the table erupts. It's a savage twist of irony, and the blow lands harder than any bad beat. This isn't just poker, it's pure theater. And in this hand, it's not the best hand that wins, it's the sharpest tongue. Friends until the flop. In this emotionally charged hand, Vanessa Selps faces off against friend and fellow pro Kevin McPhee at a critical point in the EPT. With only 57 players left and the stakes climbing fast, tension creeps in, not just because of the chips, but because personal ties are tangled in every move.
Vanessa re-raises a 4-bet to 79,000.
Against just about any other player, I think this is the point where Kevin would probably ditch this like an ugly date on prom night.
Whoa, he's just 5-bet to 131,000.
Ayah with ace-9 offsuit.
How much do you have left? Come on, Win.
She 6-bet shoves.
Double ayah.
Still probably have the best hand. Title defense. 2 years later, I call.
OMG, he calls.
You have ace jack?
No,
I have a pair.
I have ace-9.
Correct reaction. You're complicit in this too, Selpsty.
What just happened?
Huh? Just think that's a snap?
Snap fold, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
There's him. Nice call, I guess.
The flop has an ace on it.
Because you're Vanessa Selpst?
McPhee takes the lead. Vanessa needs a 4.
Sick race.
Nice him.
McPhee set to get a huge double. And another ace for good measure.
The needle. She can't believe it. I can't believe it. Can you believe it?
As hard as it is to believe, that just happened.
Very nice him.
My plan was to call, but I wanted to make sure.
No, it's a nice
I
one.
mean,
It's a good one.
Does Liv even know what happened?
She's about to find out.
Worst play I've ever seen. Was? He was after me every time. I have no idea why. He's a friend of mine. You put that on TV. It's the worst play ever. I don't know why friends going after me, but he does it every single tournament. He goes after.
After the hand, Vanessa turns to Liv Boeree, dissecting the situation and venting her frustrations while Kevin keeps his distance. The hair is thick. What began as a routine hand now threatens to cast a shadow beyond the felt. Because in high-stakes poker, it's not just strategy that gets tested. Sometimes it's the strength of your friendships. Tony G's coldest moment. Up to this point, we've seen plenty of heated exchanges, but nothing quite like this. Tony G, already infamous for his aggressive needling, takes his table talk to a darker place in this clip. What begins as sharp banter quickly morphs into something harsher, less strategy, more personal jab.
I call. I want to play with him. I got a weak hand though. I'm still calling if you raise, unless you go all in. I might still call if you go all in. How much
Ralph
have you
Perry
got?
might raise here. He's got King Jack offsuit.
How much more? 80 more? I'm calling.
Tony G's telling, and Ralph Perry's going to raise 120,000.
120 more. How much more has he got?
600,000.
I'm all in.
All in.
All in. You wanna do this? Do this properly. Yeah. What do you think I am? I'm here to give my chips away to you.
Now, in this instance, Tony G's playing brilliantly. And Ralph Perry calls. Tony G got to Ralph Perry.
Wow. You play very well. You play very, very well.
Wow. All right.
Send you back to Russia.
And the flop? Pair of deuces now for Tony G, and Ralph Perry is in trouble.
Drawing semi-dead on the flop. Putting all his money in with King Jack calling. This is not someone to learn from.
Ralph Perry needs a king or a jack.
7 on the turn.
Pair the board, baby.
Ralph
Teach
Perry
him a good lesson here.
is down in the river. Needs a king or a jack.
Yeah! Yeah, baby! Come on, Russian, get out. It's time to go. Yeah! Look at this. Look how he's doing. Look how he's playing. Look how ugly this is. You're a professional player and I can do this to you. You're a terrible player. This is disgraceful. Bring the Russians on. Bring more Russians on. I'm here to get them all. You play that as bad as you can. Your career is finished. You are gone. 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 Feel the power. You feel my power, baby? Feel my power.
I think Tony G is speaking more like a Lithuanian than an Australian right now.
I got you covered. Is this how you play? You call with King Jack? Which school have you been to?
How close is those?
Ralph
What is
Perry
this?
looks like Mike Tyson after Buster Douglas got through with him. Tony G could single-handedly reignite the Cold War.
Got you covered like a baby. Up and away. Up and away. Come on. On your bike. On your bike.
Despite the assault, Ralph Perry taking the high road.
Good hand.
He's in shock.
Now, he doesn't deserve any applause. He called with King Jack. If you read my...
Pause. As his opponent walks away, knocked out and clearly defeated, Tony drops the now infamous line, "Don't applaud, he doesn't deserve it." It's not just poor sportsmanship, it's mean for the sake of being mean. There's no mind game left to play here, just a gut punch. And in poker, just like in any sport, there's a fine line between psychological warfare and flat-out disrespect. We compiled the greatest poker fights in history. Now it's your turn. Make sure to like and subscribe to keep the poker content rolling. Nick Airball can't help himself. In this heated clip, two of poker's most notorious trash talkers, Mariano and Nick Airball, clash in a way that's equal parts entertaining and cringeworthy. What starts as a routine decision for Mariano spirals into a war of words, with Nick Airball throwing verbal jabs from the sidelines. The kicker? Nick isn't even in the hand, but that doesn't stop him from stirring the pot and the tempers.
There are a lot of players who just aren't going to put in all the money here without aces. Finally does make the call.
Place? Sure, brother.
125,000 in the middle. Biggest pot of the night so far. Mariano with the best of it.
I'll have kings.
You don't have kings.
I do. Okay. Yeah, dude, I thought you had aces.
All right, get me racks. I'm out. No, I
Mariano is
fucking wait 3 minutes to call off with kings. What the fuck are we doing?
Dude, I thought you had aces.
It's so out of line. You're never folding. Like, it's just a waste of time.
I've folded kings before.
You're never folding for 60,000.
Dude, I took like a minute or two. What's the big deal, man?
No, it's just like it's like you're nit rolling them too. It's just like
Why are you
gross.
in such a rush?
Why are you wasting time?
Because I thought maybe I was gonna fold.
You're never folding kings. Get the fuck out. You're never folding kings.
Dude, I think it's reasonable for how big the bet is.
It's completely unreasonable. He literally, like, he's sitting there. You think he ever thinks he has kings?
I think it's reasonable.
It's completely unreasonable.
You might still have aces.
Okay, man. Well, I'm getting whacked today, and I just wanted to think about it.
You're down small. Come on, dude.
Bro, just because everything is small to you doesn't mean it's small to everyone else.
You can't say you're getting whacked. You're not, and you waste so much time.
I'm doing 200K this week.
You said today.
Yeah, including today. 50 today, 100 yesterday.
Okay, but like yesterday doesn't matter.
I just want to think about it for a minute.
No, it's completely unreasonable. Doc, you can think that I'm saying I think it's completely unreasonable.
Fine, Doc. Don't worry about it. Okay,
Kings,
get right.
Kings is like you never fold king. He's never folding kings.
All right. Okay,
right? I mean, you won't see me later because you'll just never play with me again.
Henry with the queen of spades here, and it's a spade.
I don't have a spade.
He's going to win the first run out.
Huh? Oh, wow.
And they'll chop this up.
Mariano ends up winning a modest pot, just $250. But Nick's theatrics blow the whole moment out of proportion. His eye rolls and exaggerated frustration suggested he expected a grand payoff. Instead, his outburst feels less like gamesmanship and more like a tantrum. Poker is known for drama, but this time the spotlight was stolen by someone who wasn't even in the hand. Negreanu puts Helmouth in his place. In this iconic showdown, Daniel Negreanu steps up to deliver a reality check to Phil Helmouth, whose ego is in full bloom. Helmouth, never shy about declaring himself the greatest poker player of all time, meets his match when Daniel decides to bring him back down to earth.
Measures who the greatest cash game players are because there's a little buddy.
Well, I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about your genre, which is tournaments, and I'm saying the best tournament poker players in the world, right, today, are generally playing. I'm going to make it 6,000 in the high roller events.
Like this one.
I said like this one.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see better players generally in a 25K buy-in than you are in a $300 buy-in. I don't think that's controversial.
That's right.
No, I do get mad at them moving the goalposts, and they're like, well, whoever wins the most money, then I just went out and won all this money. And they're like, oh yeah, but now you're not playing against the best to win the money. Like, I mean, Daniel's like such a politician. He changes the goalposts and changes and changes and changes. And
I think you're going to be up against that forever, Phil.
Yep, agree.
5.
I didn't expect it from Daniel.
It's lonely at the top, isn't it?
Didn't expect it from Daniel, though.
You want me to tell you I think you're better than Phil Ivey at something? What? What do I think you're better than Phil Ivey at? Like, name it. I don't know. What am I supposed to give you here?
I'm not better.
Bingo. Promoting yourself.
I'm not better at Texas Hold'em than Phil Ivey?
No, you're not better at Texas Hold'em than Phil Ivey.
You want to bet on what he would say? Because
Well,
I
I already know what Phil would say. He's like, oh no, Phil Helmut's the best, because he doesn't care like you do, right?
He doesn't care.
He's not going to say something like to, boost his ego or whatever. He doesn't give a people think, really, in that regard.
So his opinion doesn't matter.
Well, his opinion on who's better, he's going to say you because he wants action. Okay, he's a hustler, old school.
You hit
know
it.
what I'm saying?
You hit it.
Ivy knows
He
him
doesn't want
better at Hold'em than he is, and he knows he's better at almost every other game than me. We discussed this. We know this.
You're not better at Phil Ivey at like literally anything, except promoting yourself. That's it. That's all you got. Phil Ivey would mash you in every other format, and I'll bet my money on it. And there's Phil Ivey. There's other examples, not even Phil Ivey.
Ouch. Okay, heights and weights, guys. Heights and weights. Get ready for this. I need a microphone. I have a microphone.
Can we talk about CryptoPunks again?
Are you kidding? This is the stuff that's going to make you like...
Your results in high rollers, 25K no limit above. You have 0 firsts, 0 seconds, 0 thirds.
How much
That's
money?
not exactly...
You lied about me, you never corrected
Wait, is that true or not? Is that a fact or not?
Correct.
Have you had a third or better?
Correct.
He's pretty polarized.
So what do you want to say? You can't beat the high rollers if you never beat them.
I'm up $1.5 million on high rollers.
Congrats on that. But like,
So why do you leave
I just said a fact because I'm saying a fact. You've never
because
come
you're a
first,
politician.
second,
You just want to spin it.
because is it true? Have you ever come first, second, or third in a 25K no limit or above?
No, but I'm up 1.6
No.
million.
Well, hold on. The fact is no. So you've never won, you've never come second, you've never come third, but you think that you're the greatest at that format that other people have won 30, 40 million in.
I didn't say I was the greatest at that format, Daniel.
Nick, how do you feel about your seat right now?
I love it.
I didn't say I was the greatest
but
at
your
that format,
plus
Daniel.
money.
That bet you want to make down.
Yeah, and I got a
more and
question.
more
I have a
attractive.
question for you.
Daniel
because
tweeted out
you're
that I was
obviously a
losing
sharp
money.
Did you call me or no?
No.
Good fool.
Daniel tweeted out.
I don't know.
You're
I'm
obviously a sharp gambler.
I know you're polarized there, but you're
Daniel's
so
a
intense in
politician,
this
so-
conversation. Like, is he really pulling?
Even if you get, even
At
if you
5.
trap him, he'll talk his way out of it.
Since
which
you're
is interesting.
Great.
I folded.
With sports commentator Nick Wright probing, Daniel makes it clear it's not Phil's game that irritates people, it's his non-stop self-promotion. Win or lose, Helmuth always finds a way to center himself in the spotlight, and Daniel's tired of it. It's a perfect clash of styles, the calm, calculated Canadian versus the loud, self-anointed king of poker. Playing with the poker brat, Daniel's take. After another Helmuth-fueled circus at the table, Daniel Negreanu sits down to debrief. The question on everyone's mind? Is playing with Phil entertaining or exhausting?
Phil Helmuth is definitely my favorite player to play against in the entire world, and you just hope that by the end of the thing that you get at least one they, right? Because I knew I made it in poker when he called me a they. He's like, they just don't understand. And I was like, I'm they? I'm part of they. I made it.
You are they. So what's the easiest way to make Phil Helmuth tilt?
Well, there are some ways you can go real deep and cut, but he doesn't like that. Like when I make the joke about coaches and stuff, he's I don't know, he takes that very, very personal. Or questioning his legacy. Or anything.
Daniel's answer is honest and hilarious. He loves it. Watching Phil unravel isn't just good for table morale, it's good strategy. His tilt becomes everyone else's opportunity. But what do you think? Is Helmuth's volatility part of his game plan, or is he just that easy to rattle? Drop your take in the comments. What are you laughing at? This next clip features the unforgettable Dave Devilfish Ulliott, British poker royalty and table talk savant. Known for blending wit with intimidation, Devilfish has a way of getting inside opponents' heads without ever raising his voice. Just his eyebrows.
Devilfish is facing a raise from Greek online qualifier Georgios Karakoussis. Devilfish shoves. And Karakusis snap calls with ace-3.
Call.
More like Kalakusis.
I'll swap it for ace king, I guess. I hope he's got sevens.
Karakusis shows the ace and the 3.
What to call me with. Unbelievable. I might as well stand up, really, I know.
Devilfish is a 2-1 favourite. And there's an ace!
No danger.
Devilfish needs an 8 to survive. Doesn't hit.
Well, I'd like to say well played, but I can't do it. Yeah, marvellous, well played. Tried to double me up, you just couldn't do it, huh?
Seeing the cash flow.
I never beat the monkeys.
Leave Peter Tork out of this.
Wonder what he's squeezing you 100k with. Never seen him play.
What are you laughing at? Yo, what's funny?
Sorry? You can shut up.
The language gets spicy and the trash talk flies, but the real gem comes when Devilfish snaps. What are you laughing at? The timing, the tone, the delivery. It's a masterclass in poker theatrics. He's half furious, half amused, and totally in control. Whether it's a real reaction or just a well-played performance, it's classic Devilfish and pure poker entertainment. When Dario poked the brat. In this fiery exchange, Italian poker pro Dario Miniieri locks horns with none other than Phil Helmouth. What starts as a cheeky comment from Dario quickly escalates into a tense back and forth, because if there's one thing Phil's not known for, it's taking a joke lightly.
A lot of players would feel forced or frustrated into calling here, but great players, they fold here sometimes.
Oh, man.
That's only sometimes. Let's see if Phil can get away.
Calls.
King, I only play the nuts like you, buddy.
Dario wins a $55,000 pot.
If I have it.
Oh boy, that's gonna be the one.
It's just unreal what happens to me at this place. I mean, I'm just so sick of it, you know? I mean, I had the best hand the charm, I had the best hand on the river. The guys have 2 outs every pot we play.
the 2 best hand pre-flop. And I had the best hand pre-flop, unless you only 7.
Nice.
What could have been a playful moment turns confrontational in seconds. It's a sharp reminder that poker isn't just a game of hands. It's a game of personalities, and Phil, as always, proves why he's still one of the most explosive personalities in the game. The call that crushed him. There's nothing like a hero call to define a poker legend, or to spark a full-blown breakdown. In this unforgettable clip, D'Angelo makes a bold move with everything on the line. But when the thing goes wrong, it's not just chips he loses, it's his composure.
He should get Zamani to fold the ace high.
I like that. Should get Zamani to fold, but he doesn't. He makes the call with ace high, and the rivers are blank. Ace high's good.
Ace high is good, but it's going to be pretty tough to win with this. If he checks, he's going to have to bet to win this pot. Yeah, I think if D'Angelo decides that he's going to get involved here, he should be raising.
Instead, he calls.
You win.
He calls. I guess he puts him on 6-7 or 5-6 here.
No, Ryan's sister. He's lost.
Oh my god, I called you with queen high, dude.
Queen 6.
Oh my god. Oh god, that hurts. I thought I might have the best hand. I didn't think he'd call with the worst hand. You're so bad. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Is he talking to himself or Ben?
It's the sickest thing ever. Like, oh my god. You really called pre with that? So bad.
Oh, he's talking to Zamani.
Wow.
You 3-bet queen 6 pre, so I don't think you can point fingers.
Yeah, I guess, but that's the sickest. What are you doing, Ben? Oh my god.
I think it's time to move on, Ryan.
What are you?
D'Angelo's meltdown serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of emotional discipline at the table. The cards didn't beat him, his own mindset did. In this moment, D'Angelo reminds us that sometimes the hardest opponent to conquer in poker isn't the one sitting across the table, it's the one in your own head. Batman meets the villain. This next hand is anything but your average poker face-off. Eric Person, notorious for his aggressive demeanor and non-stop trash talk, takes on a wild card, an amateur calling himself Mr. Dr. Batman. Armed with joke cards and an oversized personality, Batman's here to entertain, but Person, he's not laughing.
Batman with 2 black queens.
He bought in for 100K. He's up over 200,000. Eric's got ace 10. Ben with ace 5 suited. Just calls. Four-way action. 21,800 in the pot. Ace 10 8. A gut shot for Kennedy. But as we can see, two of the queens are occupied. Pretty ambitious for Batman to bet here. Eric now with a full house on mega tilt, right? And he just folds ace 5 like it's nothing. I don't know what Batman's doing here. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll call.
Eric's just gonna call here. Batman not drawing dead, by the way. There was one queen live. Queen on the river, and he wins a monster pot. This pot's got 152,000 in it. That is not a queen. 7 of hearts.
130.
Eric goes 130 into 150. There should be an insta-fold. I don't know what you're beating. Jack 9 got there. And no, I don't know. I'm just... It's just all in. Yeah, wow!
Call.
All in and a call.
Give it. Here you go. Here's another tilt card. I'll take it all. Thank you, sir. So good to play with you. I'm just needling. Isn't that fun? Isn't that the point, to needle?
You know what? You're not wrong.
I mean, that's what he wants to do, right? He wants to needle. I didn't bring this to the game, he did. But now all his chips are mine, right at the end of the fucking stream. Welcome to the big leagues, kid. Mr. Batman.
Good sportsmanship, bro. Good sportsmanship.
Oh, I don't have good sportsmanship. I'm here for all of it.
Fucking apparent, actually.
You think needling people is good sportsmanship when you fucking get stacked with double aces? You think that's good sportsmanship? That's what you believe? You think that's all in fun? This is real money.
You don't say.
Yeah.
It's real money.
It's real money.
Like,
and you think it's
fun.
fun.
You can turn this into dollars.
And you think it's fun. You took the time to figure out how to fuck with people when they lose, right?
They're coming from you?
I'm just saying.
Really, you're gonna
I'm down with fucking with
me.
people. I'm not chastising. I'm down with it.
Huh.
I'm down with the business.
I'll buy that game for 200.
I don't know what he was thinking there. I mean, he's trying to rep pocket aces, I guess. Does Eric go over the line a little bit? Yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, I think he's spot on. Batman literally prepares cards to hand out when he gives bad beats. If you can't take...
The table goes from lighthearted to awkward as Person crushes both Batman's stack and his spirit. The amateur's antics may have earned some laughs early on, but in the end, this hand serves as a brutal reminder. At the highest levels, poker isn't always playful. It can be downright punishing. Helmouth Meltdown. This hand is a must-watch for every poker fan who's ever wondered what happens when greatness gets humbled. Phil Helmuth, the most decorated player in WSOP history, finds himself spiraling after getting outplayed by a relative unknown, an amateur named Harlow.
He also limps.
We've got some more limping, which is basically like the vulture circling.
Russ raises to 2,000. King, Queen. Antonio calls. Tony G, small blind. He's out.
Everybody wants a piece of this loose cannon money.
Ike folds. Jason calls. Phil raises to 11-2.
How much?
9,200
Might as well give it to me.
Phil limp re-raised in order to isolate the cannon. At this point, I don't think Russ has much of a choice.
He calls. Antonio folds. So's Jason. King 5 King, trip kings for Harlow.
Russ has crushed this flop.
Helmuth checks.
One reason why playing on the internet's better.
He bets 20,000.
45 total, gets them all in.
Phil puts Harlow all in.
No chance he's folding. I think he's just taking a moment to soak it all in.
And Russ calls.
Wow. That's the way it's been going for me.
That's sick. That's the worst.
I think he just got over 100.
He will if his hand holds up.
Phil is drawing virtually dead.
I just got over 100. He just has to dodge 2 more hands and come back to mine. So sick.
I'm glad I hit it to 5.
What are you thinking? Are you thinking backdoor flush?
What do you mean, what am I thinking? He has to move in, right? I mean, he...
Oh, I mean, you can't move in unless he has a hand. I mean...
How much? What do you mean, what am I thinking? What the I mean, well, I got in, there's 30,000 in there or whatever. I mean, I'm playing no matter what. I have to give him a chance to bluff off his money. That's the only reason I check.
Phil can only hit running aces or running hearts.
You want insurance here?
So brutal. What a day.
There's some way we can
The
insure
guy folded so many hands, just waited, and then Phil Helmouth just doubles them up, you know, no problem.
Instead of like betting 5, and you could just bet 5 and fold. You could put 45 in.
Rush is picturing driving his kids around in that new minivan.
The turn. It's a 6, and Russ has a profit.
Why would he bet 20,000? It doesn't make any sense. If he had a king, why would he bet 20,000?
Because he knows his opponent will ship it with ace high, you know? That was deep love kid, you know? High tech.
46. Yeah, he's over now, right? No, I was just... He's got like 110. He's got like 110.
I needed that. Well done. Well done, man.
That was so sick.
Very nice. I got one of these. That's kind of that's really pretty.
Phil's reaction is classic Helmuth. Dramatic, defensive, and completely combustible. But this time, the sting hits deeper. It's not just about losing chips, it's about losing credibility in front of a table full of professionals. The takeaway? No matter how many bracelets you've won, poker has a way of reminding you that anyone can fall. And when you do, everyone's watching. Tony G turns it up. If you thought Tony G only saved his fire for Phil Helmuth, think again. In this volcanic hand, he sets his sights on Andrew Roble, combining sharp table talk with relentless betting pressure. It's classic Tony, loud, unfiltered, and pushing every psychological button in sight.
The edge. I'm gonna bet 50.
Tony bets 50,000.
See if you're a real man.
50,000.
Tony's playing mind games to make it look like he's trying to buy it, and he's even making it personal. Yesterday he told Daniel he was going to put the pressure on Roble, and he's doing it now.
No, I want to call the clock. I want to call the clock. Come on internet you play like in 1 second. And when you come here now, you come to my game and you're wasting my time.
On the internet, people don't bet 3 times a pot every
On your bikes! Get Amanda! Amanda! Bring a tricycle!
Call the clock.
Bring your tricycle!
It's ridiculous. These kids are coming here, taking me on.
Tony, calm down, please.
Tony, I need to know, did you bring a bike for me? So if I ship it all in, do I get a bike? Like at least, do I get a novelty prize?
Now you're mocking the man. No, you're on the clock. You've got 1 minute, and then we're going to do a 10-second countdown, all right?
That is floorman Tom Keene putting Andrew Roble on the clock.
This is all part of Tony's mind games to try to get Andrew steamed enough to call.
Okay, you're at 1 minute. You got 10-second countdown. At 10 seconds, your hand will be dead. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fold.
Let's see a deuce 9. A deuce and a 9, Tony G.
Good fold.
He didn't show, so it's a good fold.
Good fold. Made the hero lay down.
To his credit, Andrew Roble stays calm, showing the kind of poise that few could muster under such relentless needling. Tony G's antics toe the line between strategy and outright disrespect. And this clip is a prime example of how he dominates the psychological aspect of the game. Phil Helmuth versus Queen 10. At the WSOP main event, Phil Helmuth faces off against a much less seasoned Adam Levy in a pot that quickly swells past 370,000. Levy makes a speculative call with Queen 10 and lights the powder keg.
Back to our feature table, and Phil Helmouth. Helmouth looks down at an 8. He has pocket 8s.
Oh no, I'm gonna do something here. This hand wasn't very good for me yesterday, though.
Let's think positive thoughts, my poker king.
Raised to 15,000.
Maybe today's a different day.
Today, like yesterday, Phil's face is on 12 million beer cans.
On to Adam Levy, Queen 10. He is a very powerful online player. People from all around the world log on to watch the guy they call Ruthless play.
He skipped last year's World Series so he could be a camp counselor in Georgia.
The flop with these guys heads up, 9-6 jack. Pair of 8s are still best for Helmouth. Levy with an up and down straight draw.
Not the best flop for Phil to see, but he bets it.
20,000. Levy with the draw.
Yeah, why wouldn't he stick around with that straight draw?
A call. All right, so now the turn card. Turns an 8 of diamonds. Levy hits a straight, and that also gives Helmouth a set.
That is an unfortunate card for Phil.
Phil checks.
Phil's slow playing it, not realizing how much trouble he's in.
Levy will not slow play his straight. Bets 37,000. And Phil with a quick call. A deuce on the river. Levy earns the check mark. He's got the straight.
It's a blank on the river, and Helmouth's got to like his hand. Unfortunately for Phil, Adam Levy's got the nuts.
60,000 from Phil Helmouth.
Phil value bets it.
Yeah, the Queen 10 straight is just almost disguised with that board.
I'm not tricky enough to play Queen 10 this good, am I?
Levy's the one with the Queen 10.
Raise.
Levy announces raise. Up to 155,000.
That raise freezes Phil momentarily. Let's see if he comes back over the top with his set.
Phil just with a call.
Queen 10.
Yeah, Levy with a Queen 10 and the win.
Called a race with a 10 of clubs. He called a race with Queen 10, honey.
I know, honey. He's some online guy.
I had a set. He's supposed to bust me anyway. Called a race with a Queen 10. They're not player.
I think he's from Florida or someplace stupid.
Called a race with Queen 10. Idiot player.
Actually, he doesn't look like an idiot player, and I don't think he did anything wrong that hand.
This was bound to happen sooner or later.
He called a race with Queen 10. How do these players, how are they even still in this tournament?
They let him in every day.
And I have a set.
I know you had a set, Puddin'.
It's just unbelievable. This kid probably won't last another hour.
Half hour tops.
I promise. Watch. He called a race with a queen and a 10.
A queen and a 10.
How do these players even last this long?
Don't know.
I mean, it's just so sick. They have no concept of poker.
It was an aggressive call.
Aggressive call? Idiot.
Vanessa
Frickin' gave me a freaking... Nice deal in there. Mighty fine, buddy. Mighty fine. Yeah, I haven't won a pot one time. They've been just raising me and re-raising me all day.
Actually, this is a new dealer.
You give me a set.
I just sat down, though.
Unbelievable.
I am exhausted, Lon.
Idiot players call races with Queen 10. They don't even know how to spell poker. I mean, like, this kid has all the chips. He probably won't even make the final 200.
Can you call a clock on tirades?
You showed a raise with Jack 4. What do you think the guy's going to do? Not call you?
Uh-oh.
Phil gets coolered, sure, but instead of brushing it off like a 17-time bracelet winner, he spirals. The hand becomes background noise as the real drama kicks in. Helmouth unleashing his signature storm of complaints, excuses, and table theatrics. It's not the cards that make this hand iconic. It's watching a legend come completely unglued. When trash talk takes over. This clip doesn't just feature a hand, it features a clash of egos that steals the spotlight. Jamie Gold and Eric Molina don't just play poker, they go to war with words, turning a standard showdown into an unforgettable spectacle.
Gold's turn to act.
300.
And he was going to raise to 300,000 after the turn. Back to Molina now.
I raise. Got a raise that's coming up. You raised me 200? Yes.
And a re-raise from Eric Molina.
Raise.
Might as well put it all in.
Might as well.
I didn't have that much left.
I'm on. All in.
There you go.
Jamie should be careful what he wished for.
Big re-raise back to gold. Molina flips his all-in button, ends up in front of Jamie Gold, and it's fired back.
Hey, don't be an ass.
Excuse me? Asses in glass houses shouldn't throw chips.
Just because you're losing, that's fine.
I'm losing.
Yeah.
Who's sitting there with no chips?
Losing this hand, sir. Call me then.
You want to make a side bet who lasts longer in the tournament?
Stop. Sure.
Yeah? How much?
How about you get in this hand right now?
How much?
This is a classy confrontation.
Call me then.
Molina testing the patience of chip leader Jamie Gold.
You're gonna fold. Stop wasting time, so. You just got caught, so why don't you just hurry up? That's at 70,000.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know you did.
Gold will fold. And Molina takes the pot.
I'll see you at the end. I mean, sorry, no, I won't.
I'll be honest with you, Lon. I don't like walking into a card room when this is what I see in here. I wish they would take it outside to like Antarctica.
Well, thanks for your 200,000.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Well, the hand is over, but these two just will not let it go. The jousting continues.
Excuse me, penalty.
I did not say that.
No, thank you. Penalty.
I did not.
Thank you.
I did not complete that word. First of all, floor, I did not.
Camera? Bye.
No, I didn't complete the word.
He said the F word.
No, I did not.
Take a walk.
Yes.
Bye.
That's wrong.
Bye.
Now, this would not be the first time that Molina would be sent off with a penalty.
What's that, shadow puppets?
6 minutes on the clock. You can come back in.
Oh, cool. That is just.
Well, with a relatively young field here at the main event,
Thanks for your chips, though. That was
this
great.
type of juvenile behavior was bound to crop up under the pressure of the millions of dollars that they are playing for, but that still is no excuse for the schoolroom antics.
Well, now.
Pause. The pot size barely matters. What matters is the back and forth and the ego-driven jabs. This wasn't just banter, it was a full-on verbal slugfest, and it's moments like these that remind us how much of poker is played before the river even hits. Tony G breaks the brat. Tony G never plays it safe, but in this standoff with Phil Helmuth, he goes from bold to borderline brutal. What starts as a bluff morphs into a full psychological assault, and Helmuth doesn't see it coming until it's too late.
Straddle from Tony.
You're taking away my straddle energy.
I'm not. I'm putting more money in there for
let's
the
see
good
that
players.
that's like wasted
You
money
can raise
now.
him. You can raise him comfortably, knowing that he hasn't looked at his cards.
Action folds to Rankowski, who's out. Phil Helmuth, ace-jack. A lot of money out there already, and it's unopened.
All right, I opened for the pot.
Pots it.
And you looked, right?
Well, I think I looked.
66.
Allegedly, I looked.
Tony.
I'm all in.
Pot limit, brah.
Without looking?
Without looking.
Pretty sure he looked.
Well, you can't be all in.
66.
Tony repots it with ace-king.
All right. You slow down. You slow down a bit. You got to save the rest?
Not if he believes you haven't looked. Helmuth now facing a raise and an angle shot.
It's hard to believe that you always have a hand against me.
Look, you could see the flop and get rid of it as well. Right? You could play good.
Without looking too?
I'm not looking. I haven't looked. I don't care. I know it's a random hand, and I got a random hand.
Wow, all that talking makes me think he's strong. I was for sure going to call before that.
15 on top, Tony.
He's saying he hasn't looked though.
He most certainly looked. Did no one see him?
He's saying you didn't look?
Yeah, you wouldn't lie, Tony, would you?
I wouldn't lie. You can check my hand if you want. You can tell him the truth.
You didn't look at either card.
I haven't looked.
You promise?
Ask Joe. I mean, I haven't looked.
I can't say anything, but
I'm not going to look.
That's between you and Phil.
He says he hasn't looked. He hasn't looked.
I didn't
Do you believe him? Yeah. He said he hasn't looked. Only Joe looked.
Did you look at your cards at all? I mean, it's...
Look, the people at home, no, I haven't looked. Joe's looked at my
if
hand.
you haven't looked, it's kind of an easy decision for me here.
We can run it 10 times as well.
Well, if you haven't looked, I guess I'll just move in.
All right.
Phil ships and Tony calls.
All right, you're close. You're up there.
Oh, you lied.
Of course I lied. It's poker, Phil. What do you think this is?
That's messed up.
So messed up.
Wow.
What do you think, I'm blind? How many times do you want to run
Well, I asked you if you had looked or not.
Do you want to run it how many times?
I'll let you choose, Tony.
3
I mean,
times.
I always lose, so. You kind of deserve to lose the first
I
one.
do deserve. I hope you win one.
Why would you lie? I mean, no, it's considered totally not uncool, man. I mean, it's not right.
I feel it's just a game.
That's etiquette, though. I mean, you don't
Phil,
say
what
you were
happens
blind
on
when
this
you were
table in play is just a game. We tell whatever we want.
So
When do you
all
tell
the
the
rules
truth?
of poker are just thrown out the window
Well,
for you.
call the floorman. If you think my hand might be dead, then.
That's horrible etiquette to say you didn't look at your hand, and you know, this really bad etiquette. But
What do you think? I'm a kid, Phil.
we're talking about etiquette.
I'm a poker
you're
player.
the kind of guy that goes to the golf course, and when someone's playing you a big money match, you scream in the middle of their backswing.
You think that's the same thing?
Yes, I know it's the same thing.
I don't
Listen,
think so.
if you pulled all the
We're
top
talking
players,
about the
you'd get
strength
crushed.
of our hand, and I'm selling
Let's
you.
just bet 100,000 if we pull the top 20 players. We'll ask about your etiquette. Or maybe we'll bet a quarter
I can
million.
bet on myself, and I can be
Why don't
very
you just
happy
bet
with
with
my
me?
own.
You know it's bad etiquette.
Phil, this is a
You
poker
know
TV
it's
show.
bad etiquette.
This is a poker TV
Well,
show.
don't argue with me then.
You
Don't
come
try
in
to
as
make
the best
excuses
player in
and
the world,
lie.
taking me on. You're
No,
coming in my
don't
house.
lie.
And I'm destroying you.
You
in
know
every
it's bad
part
etiquette.
of the game.
You don't say you haven't looked at your cards when you haven't looked at your cards. You don't do that.
Okay, well
it's
then
like
I'm
a
not.
rule of poker. It's like it's
Why'd you call?
horrible etiquette. Because I thought you hadn't looked at your cards.
Come on, Phil.
Well, if you want 25,000 this bad, you can have it.
You have to
How
pay
many times
attention
are we
to the
dealing?
game, Phil. If you're a professional player, you would pay attention to me looking at my hand.
Tony,
Would not
look,
you pay
if this is
attention?
the way you want to win, you can win this
I
way.
haven't done anything illegal. I looked at my hand. Everyone
No,
saw it.
when
that
you
paid
flop
attention.
straights and you say, I have a flush draw.
All right, you're a
ha, ha, ha,
policeman. Could you make a comment? We're doing it 3
Okay,
times.
how many times? 3 times?
3 times. I admit that my
You deserve to
etiquette
lose the
is
first
terrible.
one again.
I do.
So you know, for that.
Karmically, he deserves to lose all 3. What a villain. I drink your milkshake.
So they're going to run it 3 times with the winner of each run taking a third of the pot. Flop. King 9 tray.
Tony pairs his king. Phil drawing nearly dead.
How happy are you now that it's not running once? If you ran it 11 times, you know you'd win like 4.
Phil taking the high road.
I'm gonna run 11 times.
I drink it up.
Turns a jack.
That's bad for me. I need that jack on the next round.
yeah.
That's really bad
Well,
for me.
unless you get one now.
Yeah, unless I
At
get
least you
one
won't
now.
get any more. Win any more.
Terrible card for Phil. 1 less jack he can hit on the next run.
Give him the jack.
River, ace of diamonds.
That's kind of fair. Let's even out the deck a bit. You know, Phil, for me, I just want to undersell my hand. I don't know if the way I do it any way I can because it's a heads-up pot. That's me. I'm sorry that that's
You just
me.
admitted it was
I'm
bad
sorry
etiquette.
if I
You want to
bullied you in the
retract?
pot. I'm sorry if I bullied you. I'm sorry.
It's
I
not.
don't want to bully you. I'm
It's
sorry.
not.
I feel
Tony,
bad.
Look, no problem. Nice hand, man. I mean, you know, you showed your true colors, which is bad for you here.
Here comes flop number 2. 7, 5, 10. No help to Phil.
That's not
You
good.
really, I don't think you're the kind of guy that wants to show your true colors all the time.
Well, it's just your true colors can't escape you. You are who you are. Phil.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the way I am.
Turn number 2, ace of clubs.
Phil's not even holding a club, so no flush draw can save him. He's looking for one of the 2 remaining jacks.
River, another 5, and Tony G takes the second run.
Don't rush. Don't rush. We might keep you in.
This is just agonizing to watch.
I want you to have a win. I want you to come back. Come back and show your fans that you're a great player.
Captain Hook doesn't really want to kill Peter Pan.
Flop number 3. Queen, queen, king, and Phil picks up some outs.
Ooh, now he needs a 10 and backdoor spades.
Well, that's actually better. There's 4 10s. There was only 3 jacks.
Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. Like the 10's out as well.
Even if Phil hits the 10, Tony can still make a full house.
Something. I mean, and then a backdoor flush.
No space gone.
I have a good feeling about this one, but the math is just so strong against. How can I get there?
Now you'll get there.
How can I get there?
You will. You will.
It's just too.
Everyone wants you to get there.
Turn 7, no help to Phil.
Okay, the last 10. 3 10s. You can take insurance too.
Got another needle from Tony.
Our final river, Phil's gonna need a 10. It's a jack.
Whoa, you got there!
That's not cool.
No, he didn't.
No. Sorry. I was just joking, Phil. Did you believe me again? Was
No,
that
I
bad
didn't
etiquette
believe you.
too?
So Tony, so look, you're loaning me 50,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I don't accept it.
Okay, no problem.
But good game, man.
All right, I'm sorry, Phil. I really am. I'm sorry. I think you should retire. I think it's over. I think you're not there anymore, Phil.
Comes out.
Great playing with you.
All right, thanks.
I think you should take your coach, get a tandem bike, and get the hell out of here.
This is awful. What Tony's doing is horrific.
I think it's bike time. You know it. Take your man, and you boys start driving the bike like this. You guys are outclassed. You don't belong in this level, Phil.
Tony G's antics shift from strategic to downright sinister. His relentless needling and mind games drive Phil Helmuth to the edge. The table is left in stunned silence as Tony G's masterstroke of deception pays off. While his lying about looking at his hand is certainly allowed in poker rooms across America, the aggressive needles are a bit much, even when directed at Phil Helmuth. Silence, please. Helmuth's thinking. Phil Helmuth has never been a fan of table chatter, especially when it interrupts his thought process. In this next clip, the banter around him hits a nerve, and the legendary poker brat wastes no time letting everyone know he's had enough.
Tournament record
I raise.
in recent times.
That's 4,000 more.
Phil's tuned in now. 4,000 more for him to call.
I don't think I can get away from this. I felt like I was setting this up. How can I possibly bail?
Could this be another one of those unsuccessful fill traps?
The ropers? Let him concentrate. I think for now we should let him think, give him a break. He's had a tough day.
It's only one decision. There's only one decision left, so.
Yeah, we shouldn't say nothing. So then you think we should just try and, you're going to fall out of the love category if you keep that up.
Oh, yeah, no.
Steve is sticking up for Phil.
Yeah. Sean, would you please mind this time? Please be quiet.
Yeah.
So 4,000 more, huh?
Please be quiet so I can talk.
Is this the way it's going to be every tournament out here, or what? Seriously?
It only gets worse from here.
I mean, I could see if you said, please be quiet so you can stop and think, you know what I mean, Phil? But then you started going on and on. I mean,
talking about 4,000 bet that we all know about.
Maury, are you going to give penalties for the shit, or what? He decided for 3 minutes, no one said one word. We all walked over there. Is this Maury? Is this the way it's going to be or not? I want to know.
We can be quiet if you
Sean,
can,
and the feistiness just went up a notch. We increased the feistiness.
No, I want to know because, I played poker for 20 years and never has someone just like blatantly talked as much as this when I have a key decision. It's ridiculous.
I haven't said a word, Phil. What are you talking
Maury,
about?
is this the way it's going to be?
Maury Escandani is one of the executive producers of Poker After Dark.
Because you know what? I might not play in another one if it's going to be like this, all right? You understand? This is not poker.
Show will go down the tubes.
When you I'm trying to make a tough decision for all my chips. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with it, and I've got him talking and everybody's joking and
people
laughing.
Are laughing. It's horrible.
People are having fun.
Well, you think,
it's terrible.
you think I'm kidding, huh?
No, I don't think you're kidding.
Good, because I'm not kidding. So what penalties can we put in place so that when a man has a study for all his chips, people can shut up?
Just ask him.
I mean, I'm not upset. I might sound upset. I'm not upset.
Give me a little. That's all. Just ask me a little.
I did that.
They do it.
I said please.
They'll do it.
I mean, I didn't hear the please word, but if you say please, I won't say a word.
No, Maury, I want to know what you have in place for next time.
Gus, you can verify that I tried to clear it.
And what happens if I ask and they continue to talk?
Just kill time. Wait until they
Just kill time?
Wait until they stop.
Then you just have more time for the decision.
I'm not playing anymore if that's the way it's going to be. I mean, that's not poker.
Let's have a moment.
I can't use my reading abilities in poker anymore.
Reading abilities? Reading abilities? Damn, I gotta get
Why don't you shut the up?
I gotta get a drink. Can you say that on TV? That's out of line, Phil.
You're out of line. And you're too stupid to know it.
I didn't say a word to you. You're just jumping down my throat for no reason right now.
For no reason?
For no reason. You're playing bad, you got a losing hand, and you're just trying to get some TV time. Mock your hand, idiot.
Maury, what are you going to do about this? Seriously.
You know, instead of the scramble, you should do like
hang out with the girls.
One of those tag team wrestling things.
But Maury, I got to tell you, I've been playing poker 20 years. I don't know how many times it's happened to me where I'm making a decision for my chips and everybody talks. Like 0 times. Now, I asked them to shut up. I've made $20 million on my reading abilities and understanding the future. And now I gotta get insulted about that too, right?
Reading ability.
This is gonna cost me the pot against Annie. She's moving with any ace. I already know that. I set it up. I'm sitting here with ace 10. I can't even make a decision anymore. This is bull. Now I have to let her win the pot with ace 8 because I can't think it out, right?
What do you think set him off?
Playing bad. He's playing bad. He can't stand it. Just throwing his money away with ace 8, ace 10, whatever he had. And he knew he's beat by Annie because, you know, she raised come over the top and she ain't gonna go all in with nothing, so he's just trying to find an excuse to cause a ruckus for no reason.
She showed her hand.
He's a little baby. He's worse than a 2-year-old. Hey, Mike Vanessa. They belong in the same school, same class.
Do you think he's out of line?
Telling me to shut the F up is way out of line. Because I didn't say anything that anybody else didn't say.
I think you're getting a hand.
Oh, yeah? Excuse me, I'm getting a hand. Nice talking to you.
Things finally boiled over from earlier this week between Phil Helmuth and Sean Chacon.
Okay, there's only one guy that was unbelievably out of line in that situation, so let's just play.
And now by rule, the action will continue without Phil.
By the way,
what starts as casual conversation turns into chaos as Phil erupts in vintage Helmuth fashion, blasting the table for daring to joke while he's in a hand. Love him or loathe him, these outbursts are exactly why he remains must-watch poker every time he sits down. The fold that shocked Mariano. Our final clip isn't about trash talk or meltdowns, it's about next-level discipline. In the heat of the WSOP main event, Roberto Romanello finds himself in a 3-way clash where all players hold monster hands. The pressure is immense, the tension even higher.
So with pocket 9s, Romanello has pocket jacks. Geller leads them both with 2 kings.
3 big pocket pairs. I smell trouble.
Flop now is ace, jack, king. Geller hit his set of kings. Romanello a set of jacks, and that missed Mariano.
Set over set. Now I really smell trouble.
Mariano does check. Romanello owns a fish and chip shop in Wales, and he checks. And Geller checks.
Geller should have fired away. Too many draws on that board.
Turn card is a 10. Geller still leads with his 3 kings.
But see, someone's got to have Broadway now, don't they? Well, nobody does, but somebody should.
Mariano checked it. Romanello now checks it over to Geller, who leads, and he checks.
But I got to get a court order to make this guy bet?
Another 10 on the river. Geller gets the check mark with kings full. Mariano's lucky he didn't hit that 9. He checks. Romanello now will bet. 1,800 with jacks full.
Yeah, bad time for jacks full. Man, you're right, Lon. Pocket jacks are impossible to play.
Geller now, kings full and a check mark, will raise it to 6,000.
Well, you know, now Geller's check looks brilliant. He's got Romanello trapped.
Mariano gets out of the way. Now to Romanello, needs 4,200 to call.
Just don't raise me.
Geller playing games with Romanello.
You show up I pass? Pardon me? You show up I pass? No. One time? No.
The only thing preventing Romanello from pushing all in, and I would have yelled out Heidi Ho an hour ago, was that Geller made a big pre-flop raise, so he could have pocket aces or pocket kings. And unless Romanello's going Hollywood on us, he's actually considering mucking his jacks full, which would be an unconscious laydown. I mean, if he lays this down, I'll move to a Franciscan monastery and become head chef.
Okay, I'll show.
Geller trying to move things along.
Is he really thinking of folding this?
Okay.
He does.
No way he folds.
Yeah, he said he would. Let's go. Fold. You're out. Your hand's dead. Let's go.
And shows.
Wow. How do you fold that hand?
Romanello folds jacks full.
Wow.
And that is the player's good instinct moment.
Oh, my God. I could never have folded that hand.
Unbelievable.
Nice fold. Wow. Okay, I would never have folded that hand. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I knew I was beat.
That is the fold of the tournament that I've ever seen.
Then Romanello does the unthinkable. He folds. It's a decision that stuns the room, and even Mike Mattisau, known for his strong opinions, is floored. In a moment where most players would torch their stack, Romanello backs off, showing ice-cold instincts and world-class patience. These are the kinds of folds that don't just save chips, they build legends. Make sure to like and subscribe to never miss an epic poker meltdown, legendary win, or sick suck out. And thanks for watching.